Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to talk about the purchase of bonds between interest payment dates. Talon Company purchased 9% bonds with a face value of $200,000 at par. So that means no discount, no premium, plus accrued interest on March 1st, year 1. Interest of these bonds is payable on June 30th and December 30th. So this is a semi-annual bond. And the bonds mature December 31st, year 4, 34 months after the date of the purchase. So the situation is the purchase is done on March 1st. So the previous interest payment is in January 1st. So January and February has passed. And then we purchased the bonds March 1st, and we're going to receive the bonds on June 30th. So we still have March, April, May, and June 4 months. But when we receive the interest, we'll receive it for the whole 6 months. So for that reason, we will have to pay first the 2 months interest that has passed. That's called accrued interest. So when we get for the full 6 months, basically we will receive 4 months net. Okay, so we pay for 2 months, we will receive 6. So for the net amount, we will receive 4 months of interest. Okay, so the face value is 200,000. Stated interest rate is 9%. So semi-annual is 9% divided by 2, 4.5%. And the cash that we will receive is 4.5% times 200,000, $9,000. But that $9,000 is for 6 months. So if the principal is 200,000, stated interest is 9%, number of months accrued is 2 months, January and February. So if you multiply that, I need to divide by 12. 2 months divided by 12 times 9% times 200,000, that's $3,000. Okay, so what we are going to do is we pay the $3,000. Okay, we will receive full 6 months for $9,000. So basically, if you add those two, we will just receive $6,000. That is for the 4 months. We will have the investment on our asset. So March, April, May, and June. Okay, so we will have our investment in held to maturity debt securities, which is $200,000. Okay, but then we will pay cash the $200,000 plus the $3,000 for the accrued interest. Okay, so for the accrued interest, we are going to put interest income. But remember, we put it on debit. Income is supposed to be on credit. But we put it on debit, okay, $3,000, so that when we receive the next interest payment, interest income for the full 6 months, $9,000, this 3,000 cancels some of this 9,000. So basically our interest income is only $6,000, just like what we calculated here. Okay, so we will get that in cash, $9,000. So that's how we prepare journal entries for a situation when we purchase the bonds between the interest payment dates. Thank you for watching.